You guys let me know in the comments. Am I the only insane person that sees this game and goes, I just have to watch it? You know what I mean? Like you're on the road, you're driving down the highway and you see an accident. You can't help but slow down and turn your head and see the carnage. You don't want to, but you have to. It's like those bad weather games where you know it's going to be terrible, but you got to watch anyway. Tell me, leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on this. I know you guys are watching this video. You're going to watch the game. You're sick just like me. Don't try to hide it. But hey, it's the lowest total we've seen since 2007, and that was a terrible weather game. There hasn't been a lower total than this since 1993. So get ready for some Steelers Patriots football on Thursday night. I'm Dave Locker with OddsShopper, baby. Let's get into it. All right, so first things first. Let's take a look at these teams. The Steelers are 6-point favorites. It's a 30-point total, 30.5 points if you're looking to hit the under. I will say, I threw this out there on Twitter last week, pulled it from OddsShopper, used a little bit of my own insight as well. Under 35, power of OddsShopper, right? The power of line shopping and getting in before they move. I threw that out there. So if you ever want to and you don't have time to watch videos, but you're scrolling Twitter, hit me up. I'm throwing plays out there all the time at Loughy_D, LOUGHY_D on Twitter. But for today's video, look at the Patriots for a second. Can we start with the Patriots as 6-point dogs today and work our way through this? Check this out. So over the last 4 games, the Patriots have allowed 6 points, 10 points, 10 points, and 20 points. Phenomenal defensive performances. Mind you, they're facing, gutless offenses, but that's the same thing tonight with Mitch Trubisky. They are 0-4 and 0-4 against the spread in those 4 games. 6 points, 10 points, 10 points, and 20 points. Here's the crazy part, though, right? 0-4, 0-4 against the spread, but they lost by 6, 3, 4, and 3. On the other side, the Pittsburgh Steelers on the season, this team somehow has a winning record. They're somehow 7-5. Okay? Don't ask me how. They just got smoked at home by the tanking Arizona Cardinals. They're 7-5. They're 7-5 against the spread. They're 2-10 on totals. So 2 of 10 of these totals have gone over. What's crazy to me, though, and you might think this is just common knowledge or logic, but it's not. So the Patriots are 2-10 straight up and 2-10 against the spread. Steelers are 7-5 straight up and 7-5 against the spread. All of the games that the Patriots have covered, all 2 of them, they've won. They've lost outright all of the games that they haven't covered. The Steelers have covered or have won all 7 games that they covered the spread, won outright, and lost against the spread, didn't cover all games they lost outright. And like I'm saying, a lot of those games where they covered the spread, they were dogs, but they still won. So far, both of these teams, all of their wins, they've covered, and all of their actual losses, they haven't covered. Do you take anything into that tonight? I think it's hard to because the total is so low, and you could just see this being like 1 touchdown in the game. So here's what I'm doing. And I got, by the way, you guys know, props, touchdowns. We hit on that Evan Ingram anytime touchdown at plus 270. Last time the Steelers were on a showdown slate, we hit on Deontay Johnson touchdown, first one since 1947. So we're going to go back to the well there. But first, and these are mostly leans because I already bet. I already have a 2-unit play on under 35. I would still lean under 30.5. I really would. I don't love it nearly as much as I did earlier in the week, but 3-9. So the Steelers are, what did I say earlier? They're 8-2 to the under. Under has hit 10-2 to the under. And the Patriots this year are 9-3 to the under. So it's a super low total. But we're talking Bailey Zappi and Mitch Trubisky here, okay? It's bad. Not to mention, both of these defenses have done a decent job of holding up. So I'd lean under, get the 30.5. Last I saw on FanDuel, you still had a 30.5 and a bunch of others out there, 30s elsewhere. And I would still take the Patriots at plus 6. When I'm getting such a low total game, I'd prefer to take the 6. You could see this being a 13-10 game. I'm not even kidding. You could see this being another 10-6 game, right? A 9-6 game, a 12-9 game, 12-6 and you push. You see what I'm saying here? So those are the spots that I'd be looking. Let's talk about some props, though. My favorite part. With the Bengals, we didn't hit the total of the spread, but we crushed the Evan Ingram receptions prop. We crushed the touchdown prop. So let us go back to the well a little bit today. I'll go over to OddsShopper. Let's check this out. Now, first of all, I've mentioned to you guys before, I'm very excited about this. We just dropped the price down and also took everything at OddsShopper that were separate packages and turned them into one. So now less than $1.60 a day, you're getting all of the plus EV picks. You're getting all of our premium Discord with like-minded bettors such as yourself looking to pounce on good bets every day. You're getting all of the expert picks on oddshopper.com for all the guys you love on this channel. But the plus EV market-based betting is where it's at, man. It might be something that's foreign to you, that's new. You've been betting for a while but never approached it this way. All I urge you is to take a chance. Take the dive. And if you don't like it, you don't have to stick around. But the link's in the description and in the chat if you want to get access to all of our plus EV plays. Because at OddsShopper, we're scanning the market second by second and finding all of the spots where these retail books don't align with the sharp sports books. And we're plucking the best odds every single day on every sport for every bet and firing and building our bankrolls. Shit, I was on paternity leave, so I just had the app and I was getting push notifications to my phone. Here's an arbitrage opportunity. Here's a plus EV spot. Bam, I go in. Last night I was up feeding my newborn at 4 a.m, getting these alerts and just plugging them in at 4 a.m. So it's an awesome way to do it. Join our Discord, say hello, and also check out our expert picks, our parlay builder, and everything else. Link in the description and in chat. And my DMs on Twitter are always open if you have questions about this before you jump in. All right, so Devontae Parker. This is actually a personal one for me. We don't have it as a particularly great bet on OddsShopper, but once in a while I'm willing to stray. This is one of those. Last week, and I tweeted this earlier, last week we had Devontae Parker and Bailey Zappi making his first start, right? It's only one start. It's a small sample, but we often see these type of not good quarterbacks lock on to a specific player. Well, it wasn't Juju Smith-Schuster. It was Devontae Parker. In week 13 with Zappi starting, he had a 38% target share, 52% of the team's air yards, 31 targets per route run, and 3 deep targets, so 20-plus yards downfield. Granted, you still have to have Bailey Zappi get him the football. They still have to convert, right? But I'm seeing a couple that I really don't mind for Devontae Parker in a spot like this. Now, mind you, he's going to be on the field almost the entire game. He's going to run a route on almost every drop back. He doesn't have to score a touchdown. He doesn't have to have a big game. He just needs to get us where we need to go. So when I was looking at the yards, you could go plus money at plus 135 on 42.5 receiving yards, or play it a little bit safer. Bet 365 minus 110, 36.5. Minus 110, 15 on BetMGM. FanDuel 37.5 minus 110. Bet 365 clearly the best. But all of those, I mean, they stand out in a really big way to me on a day where I say if he still has such, or even not half, but most of that target share as he did in week 13, Devontae Parker could find himself putting up some really big numbers here. And by big numbers, I mean relative to the game, right? Relative to his 3.5 receptions prop. I like that. At plus 130, we're getting plus money. Don't put a full unit on it. You don't need to if you don't want to, but there's something there. Now, last one I want to get to. We've been hitting on our touchdown props. Famous last words, right? So at this point, we won't. But we're going to run it back anyway. Najee Harris, to me, is the one I'm looking at. What do you guys think? And leave your comments, your favorite picks for tonight. Give me your favorite touchdown score as well. And like that video while you're at it. Subscribe to the channel. It goes a long way for us. What do you think of anytime touchdown score on Najee Harris? The best you're going to get Sugar House, but where else? Yeah, it looks like a lot of these smaller books. So what do you guys think of first touchdown score for Najee Harris? What if he's the only touchdown scorer in this game? He has, on the season, way more looks inside the 10-yard line than anyone else on this team. So on the year, Najee Harris, 13 carries inside the 10, only 3 for Jaylen Warren, 6 goal line attempts to only 2 for Warren, 20 red zone attempts to 11 for Warren. I'm not saying it's a high-scoring game, but who's the most likely to score? And if it's a game with only 1 or 2 touchdowns, do we start maybe looking towards first touchdown score? In that event, I don't hate sprinkling on Najee Harris first touchdown score plus 700, 7-1 on BetMGM, or play it safer, anytime touchdown score. You want to go on FanDuel, you want to look towards this on one of your other books where you're getting good odds. Just make sure you're always getting the best number. Anyway, appreciate you guys hanging out. Let's have fun watching an absolute slop fest, and I'll see you back here on Monday. Peace.